Welcome to Maybe We Can Help, the podcast where we give our unsolicited advice. Maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't. You be the judge. I am Tasia Royale.
I'm Sheena.
I'm Risha, and today we have two special guests. One it will be my lovely sister
Hi, I'm Renee.
and my brolo.
Hey, I'm George.
And today we have them up here because our topic is the first year of marriage.
Woo!
And they have experienced a wonderful first year of marriage. So we was like, why not bring them up here and talk about it? Now, on our panel today, we have 3 married, 2 divorced. If you know our story, we even talked about the divorces. So we're not going to go into a lot of them, but we're going to talk about our first year of marriage this year. Does anybody have a question to start off with?
So what do you agree with her? 3? She said adjustment, whirlwind, frustrating. You guys probably have the same descriptions.
Kinda, yeah. I definitely agree with it. What was the whirlwind? Which one was that?
She.
Oh, that was you. Oh, yeah, that's true. But adjustment, yes, it was definitely an adjustment too. For the both of us, you know, like I said, just being here, yeah, it was an adjustment for the both of us. And what was the last one? Frustrating.
That was
Yeah,
yours.
I can be a lot. I get that. I admit that I could be a lot sometimes because I want what I want. You know what I want. I want my stuff this way, and so I can be frustrating.
I just want to say, as far as the whirlwind, just to give some insight,
Go ahead.
it was a lot going on. Coming from a small town, you know everybody you know, and that's all you know, and then you come here, and then it's just like, oh, okay, exciting, but people don't really understand what it takes when you do move, and then you have to adjust to a whole new life. It's not just like, oh, it's marriage. It was more than just marriage for me. It was just a new life. And I wasn't used to that. That was a lot. Like, it was just a lot. Like, I was used to going to work, coming home, seeing my sister, seeing my family, and then go, you know, and then I'm in my little room. And then here, you know, it's like, okay, I don't know where everything is. I have to use GPS to go everywhere. I'm working with these new set of people that I don't know if they really like me or not. You know what I mean? You got to, like, where I came from, I knew everybody. So it was just different, even down to the workplace. Like, they do things a lot different here. I mean, same things, same type of expectations, but just like higher expectations. Oh, I'm a teacher, and
What grade?
2nd grade.
Gremlins.
And I'm used to 2nd grade, but 2nd grade here in Wake County was a lot different from Elizabeth City. Like, it was, in my first year here at teaching was rough. It was really, really, really rough. Like, it was, that's the best way I got it. But at the end of it, it's kind of like our first year. By the end of that first year teaching, it was rewarding. All my babies that gave me a fit. I mean, some days I didn't think I was going to make it. The amount of growth that we experienced them from academics to behaviors. Even now, like, when I see them, they're like, hey, Miss Richardson, and they're doing completely better than last year. That's because I had to take one for the team, literally. Maybe a lot but I don't know. It's just, it was a lot. Like, you know, being home from Elizabeth City, like, it was like, okay, you know, I was in my cube, and, like, I had George, but at the same time, you still long for that fellowship of your sisters and just friends and just family, like, and you didn't have any of that here. Like, we had each other. We always got each other, but it was just a lot. So, I know I was all over the place with dealing with the adjustment, moving, and now being married. like, that was just up and down whirlwind. Some days I was okay. Some days I was grumpy. Some days I would break down and cry. But,
It's true.
And I was my happy self, but some days, those days, I was just like, it was rough. So, but he did his part. He still does his part, like, making it like, it's gonna be okay. And hearing from everybody, seeing everybody. But it was a very eventful year. So I do agree with all the things.
Awesome. So everybody, let's go around one more time. We're gonna describe you. Well, no, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do two more. I want you to describe you now.
Why? Oh, right now.
Yeah, 'cause she said you. That's what
Oh my God.
Like, why are y'all looking at? Yeah, describe you
Because she said you.
now.
Me now, I am evolving.
Okay. Nay.
Growing.
Changing.
Maturing.
I'm loving the INGs.
Because I was going to say matured, but I feel like you can always grow.
The
You can
INGs is the continuing.
Yeah, you
That's
can
what I'm
always.
saying.
I'm not going to be like, I'm matured, like I've arrived. I'm maturing.
Everybody got INGs. I love it.
I am investing.
Okay, big money.
Good.
Investing.
You
Okay.
don't always have to invest.
I
Just
And I want you to now describe, like, one word to describe the ultimate you.
that I want to see.
Yes.
Oh, phenomenal.
Oh,
Sorry. Oh, I thought we were starting with me. I was about
We started back with
to. Oh,
Sheena.
yeah. My bad. I take my back.
Gosh, I don't even know if I have one word, but basically, to describe the ultimate me, I'll say there.
I'm gonna tell y'all why I laughed because I was thinking about my one word. I was like, what? I had a couple. I was like, you know what? Raptured. That's why I laughed. I laughed. I was like, that's the ultimate word right there.
Okay.
That's what I want to be.
Call me
Raptured.
gone.
I'll say yeah. So arrived.
Gone.
I'll say
Bye.
that my word to describe me
Heavy.
would be arrived. Yeah.
Now you talking about your future self, like
Yes.
your future self.
Because there's so many
There's
aspects.
so many versions,
to-
right?
Yeah,
That's what I was over here thinking too. I said phenomenal, but I was like, dang, I want to see this
That's
too.
good though. That's a great word.
That was the first one that came to me.
And that's the one you have. That's yours.
But I thought a second one. I'm gonna say my second one. Y'all didn't do. Tay is
That's a lot to think
brainstorming.
about. It is. It's a lot to think about.
Equipped.
Ooh.
Ed. Wait.
It is a lot to think
It
about. Like,
is.
it's not like
Yeah.
Well,
it is.
dang, I
That's
said
easy.
mine
like I had
fast.
a couple. I was like, I want to be
So
traveled.
many. So
But I was
right.
like, nah, I can't say
Right.
that word.
I do
Said
have two
raptured.
though.
Okay.
I had
So
lots.
give yours and give them some more time.
Oh, my first one is phenomenal. Like my ultimate
That's,
self.
we only supposed to give one.
True.
I just told you. I
True.
said I had
Phenomenal.
one.
No, it sounded like you about to say more. Didn't it sound like you
Well, I
about to say
did
more?
say I had two, but she said
So
go ahead and
your-
give them time.
I was
I was gonna tell you my second one.
Oh, okay.
So the first word you gave was
Phenomenal.
the first one.
That was the first word. Phenomenal, right?
To
Phenomenal.
describe who you are now.
Oh,
okay.
I am evolving.
In order to be phenomenal,
Mhm.
right now you're taking the steps and you're
By
evolving. Okay. Oh God, I don't even remember what mine was.
Me neither.
Yours was investing. Yours was
I'm investing,
maturing.
and then
Yours was
arrived.
changing. Yours was
Yeah.
growing.
Mhm.
Mine was.
So
evolving.
I am investing
Mhm.
so that I can arrive. And my arrive is basically financial stability.
Mhm.
I want to be a disciple. I want to evolve from being Christian to being a disciple of Christ. There's a difference to me because there's not really many words, in the Word of God that describe exactly what a Christian is. Of course, a follower of Christ, but He called His followers His disciples. So I want to be that, and I want to be a effective witness. And so those are the things that I want to be for like my next spouse, that because I do plan to be married in the future. And the more of the Holy Spirit that I have and that the more less of me that I continue to hold on to be able to point out those negative things about my spouse. They're so easy to see. It's so easy to see. We spend so much time together, that it's easy to see each and every person's flaws. So it's great to be able to get to the place where you just love. So for me, I will have to keep investing so that I can arrive at my ultimate goal, which is what I call arrival. Okay. George, what about you? What's your word to describe the ultimate you?
Prosperity.
Ooh, I love that. Nay?
Mine is successful.
Yes. Okay. So elaborate.
I was gonna ask, could we do that? For me, successful is just not like material things. It's just like overall. Like I want to successfully be successful in all areas of life: health, finances, family. Of course, my relationship with God. Just successful. That's the biggest thing. That's where I see myself, and what it looks like for me. That probably would take all day to explain, but that's what I see. That's how I see myself.
George, what about your word?
Prosperity, because I want to be blessed in all areas. Health, finances, making sure the ultimate job that I want, eventually working with federal government. So I just want to be successful, blessed, want to be able to pour back into other people.
That's awesome.
That is beautiful.
That is
beautiful.
awesome. So, yeah, I think that the person that we are now, which is what we already described about ourselves, is the person that's going to get us to that word that we all
What did I say?
describe. Equipped.
No.
Equipped.
The first one. What did I say? The ing word. Ing.
You are mature. No.
Yeah, I did.
Was it maturing?
Maturing.
Maturing. I
It
think.
was maturing.
It was maturing.
Yours was investing, maturing, growing. No, changing, growing, evolving.
That's some good words.
They were. That's what I said. I'm
Absolutely.
loving the
Good
INGs. You
word.
guys had it going. I'm
Yes.
loving it.
And I'm grateful that everybody up here on the panel has a positive word about themselves to describe themselves as now, because not everybody does. And so if you have a positive word, then you are at least on your way, towards reaching that ultimate word to describe yourself. True. And if you visualize that, eventually you will be at that place where you can describe yourselves and myself as the ultimate word that we use to describe ourselves. And that's that person. You want to give the best version of you to each other in every relationship you have. So that everybody give yourselves a hand. I love the fact that everybody up here is so positive.
No, seriously, you remember that one time you told me to write 10 good things about myself, and it took me a minute to do 5, and then you wrote a whole page. I said, that's a doggone shame. But seriously, like that's how bad, sometimes we can think of ourselves, and we don't even know it. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I mean, I know I'm not the only one in the world that has that. But I was like, man, that was crazy.
That's a great exercise to use to know where you stand with yourself. If you challenge yourself to write 10 good things down about yourself that you truly believe are your personality or describe you, then, and I remember I said, now, what are your bad things? And she was like, oh,
because I know my flaws. I'm aware of this. I ain't do all that. She's dramatic.
And it was like,
She's dramatic.
because it took so long to get. I said, okay, I remember having up 3 fingers. And she sat there and she thought and she thought and she thought and she thought. So eventually I said, okay, well, describe the bad things about you. Oh, well, this, that. And then sometimes I'll be going, and then you remember when I did, and I did one one time.
Jesus.
And so basically I was like, that's the relationship you have with at that point. Mm-hmm. That's the relationship you have with yourself. You know all the bad things, but do you know the good things, and how much do you dwell on those good things? And for that example, I did I described all the things about her that I found that were great things and that were positive things. And I had a long list, and I was like, here. And I gave it. Didn't I give it to you?
Mm-hmm.
Gave it to her. I was like, and because I wanted to know, do you agree with these things? And she was like, yeah, I am on time. I am organized. I am this. I am, yeah, okay. Right. But I can see you, just like, and you need to see all these things about yourself.
That's what they did in that Tyler Perry movie. The first one, Why Did I Get Married? They wrote down good things about his spouse. You remember at the end? Write some good stuff about your spouse.
I remember one friend I had. I told them that you have to say 10 good things about your spouse. Like if you want to tell them, let's say, Nay, for example, you have a problem with George, right? And you want to tell him that
was
problem.
me. I'm the friend.
Lord,
I wasn't gonna tell nobody.
She wasn't gonna say it, but go ahead, though.
It's just Aaron. He's my husband.
Okay, so let's say you want to tell George something that he's done wrong today, right? The rule is you can do that as long as you tell him 10 good things he did first. That's the rule. For every time you want to tell, and vice versa, for every time you want to tell her one thing she did wrong, that's cool. But you got to tell her 10 things or 10 compliments, 10 things for every one that you want to get out.
That's really good advice.
That's really good.
Do y'all have any questions for us?
I don't have a question. I just wanted to make a insert something. One thing that I will say, marriage in general brings a lot of self-awareness. A lot of times when you're in a relationship, I'm sure with anyone, but it shows you a lot. You think you know yourself, but you learn
have
a
no
lot.
idea.
Justin Timberlake said the best. It's like you're my mirror.
Hey, that's my song. My mirror staring back at me.
You learn a lot about yourself, and it's like, wait, what? I don't do that. Yes, you do. No, I don't. And then it's like, oh, I really do. It's like you learn a lot about yourself, and that's why for me, growing is the thing. That's what's happening because it's I don't know. It's a big eye opener. Like it causes you, it forces you. Well, if you're willing to make the adjustments and do what's necessary to be successful, it brings a lot of self-awareness. So,
George, you have any questions for us?
What did y'all do to get to the 9-year mark? Like what type things did y'all?
I'm gonna let Aaron.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna let Aaron come help.
Yeah,
us
you need to
help
join
me
us
on
for
this
that.
one.
Yeah.
You need to
Come on, bro.
let's let
We did
Aaron
it
in here.
together.
Come on.
Let's give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen.
In the room. This is our first time seeing Aaron. He always chiming in. This is what he
The
look like.
producer behind the scenes.
So I would say a lot of stuff that helped us to get to the 9-year mark was one, communication, but also understanding, because it's a lot of differences in us, and there's a lot of differences in people. And so in any type of relationship that you have, there are differences, and it's only if you want to deal with those differences and your issues, that's the only way you're gonna make it through, because we all have issues. I have issues. And so if I was only focused on Tay's issues, we would have never worked out, because I have to focus on my issues and Tay has to focus on her issues. And so to make it to 9 years, about to be 10, it's like, okay, I gotta be better for her, and she has to be better for me. So we both had to work on ourselves, and we both had to, adjust in our lives, so that we can make it work.
It's good.
I like that.
What do you say, Tay?
I agree with everything he said, and just having a person who is always willing to fight for you and fight with you, like that's like one of the main ingredients. I got lucky. Like I didn't even know he had this in him to do, so I thank God for it. That he is always willing to be there, like regardless of how, like we went through some valleys. I mean, some stuff we probably wouldn't tell a soul. No,
They call it they call those the trenches.
The trenches. We went through the trenches together, and like as dramatic or as erratic. Now, I will tell y'all this. Like one time, like I was real kind of like a little off my rockers a little bit. I threw a tablet at him. We gonna say why I threw the tablet at him. We're just gonna say I threw the tablet at him. You know what I'm saying? So, and he still was just like, okay, crazy. I still love you. You know what I'm saying? So, having somebody who is willing to fight with you and fight for you is like one of the greatest attributes to have outside of knowing God and loving on Jesus. And everybody a little off a little bit. Just everybody can be difficult or something like that. Just find who you want to deal, what difficult you want to deal with.
And also, like, if you're really committed, I get it. But
He's reiterating. Let's him reiterate.
you're going to have to deal with stuff. Like, that's marriage, relationships, everything. You're going to have to deal with something. So if you don't want to deal with anything and you just want it your way, it's never going to work. You have to deal with something. Like, that's just
I
life.
couldn't live with smacking. You gonna have to close your mouth when you eat.
No, that's something you would have to deal with if that's the person that actually
The
hits
Lord knows to customize.
No,
God also knows what will
He
help
know
you
the
grow.
desires of my heart.
That's
the
what he
desires
does.
in my
That's the only
heart.
thing he's concerned about. What is going to help you grow? There's things in Aaron that aggravate the
What's
turn.
smacking or not
Your
smacking
patience.
Yeah, exactly.
gonna work about?
Your patience.
Like, what does it work?
Your
Be
long
careful.
suffering.
Patience.
That's what's gonna build that right there.
Right.
Your meekness, your gentle. Oh my goodness, your gentleness. Now, when I tell you that gentleness coming, I'll be like,
that exactly. And people look at God as if he's a genie in a bottle to give you what you want, and he is the God that wants to see. He don't want to see you. He wants to see himself in you.
I was literally
And
just,
he deals with all of your stuff and loves you anyhow. And so that's what I agree with Tay wholeheartedly. He be giving you somebody that you be careful what you say, Risha, because he will give you somebody that smacks and can't turn it off.
Here's the thing, and that's a small thing, Risha. That really is a small thing. And
not
I'm gonna
much
tell you.
bothers me.
Hold on, Tay. I'm gonna tell you.
That ain't true.
When me and
else
Tay
is
first
really
got
bothering
together, I didn't know that she liked to leave the tops off of everything. And when I tell you, for years, that annoyed my bones.
Not your bone.
I was like, bro, why you keep leaving the top? Oh, we got anointing oil. We can't find the top. Why? Because she done left the top off and now the top gone. The top ain't on the toothpaste. Top ain't on all this. And I'm like, bro, why don't you just screw it tight? And so I had to actually adjust and be like, okay, fine. I'll deal with that because you ain't dealt with it. But I'll deal with it. So whoever is fit to deal with the situation, that's the person that needs to deal with the situation. Because obviously the other person is not ready yet to deal with that situation. And I'm sure there's things that she's still dealing with me with. But at the end of the day, we decide to adjust how we adjust and not take everything so personal. It's like, okay, that's them. They do what they do. God, I can't stand her taking this, not screwing these tops on strong.
But I'd rather be with her than without her.
I'd rather be with her than without her. So I can deal with that.
Is love. That's what it boils down to, because some marriages never get there, Aaron, and they go ahead and zoom in on this fault and flaw, and they feel like the more I drive this home, the closer you are to probably changing it. And they never get to where you are. And what happens is they get burnt out trying to make you change it. And that's not love at all. That is your selfish ambition. And you're still pushing self when you're refusing to adjust. I'm not making the adjustment. You're the problem, so you need to make the change. But you saw that she had a problem, and you said, okay, I see that I've told her several times and she's not changing it. So I'm going to make the adjustment internally and say, when I see the top off of it, I already know she did it, and I'm going to move past it. and that's it. I'm no longer I'm just going to cut that bone out. You guys, that was in your bone. One of the bones had to go. That was it. I guess I got to get rid of the bone then.
I had saw a TikTok and I loved her explanation. She was like, God uses the analogy of the refiner's fire. Like when a refiner is making gold shine, he continuously dips it into the hot molting whatever he dips it in. He takes it out, he looks at it, and he like the refiner doesn't see himself yet. Silver, yes. So he doesn't see himself yet, so he has to dip it back in. And that's oftentimes what our relationship individually is like with God and in marriage. So you're not ready yet. You're gonna go through this again. Or another test is gonna come. You're not looking like me just yet. So I need you to dip back in that hot, whatever the hot molten stuff is, until you come out looking like me. And when you're looking like me, then you'll be fine.
Yep.
You'll be great.
A literal silversmith knows that the silver is at its purest and doesn't need to go back in when he can see his reflection in it.
And I love that. But I'm assuming George smacks. How you
He does. And that's why I can relate to my sister, because my mama
beating y'all head.
She drilled something in our head.
Right.
I can't explain what it does to our soul.
I guess we gotta cut the bone now. I didn't know.
I
just found out.
But it's worth it. When you have
Jesus
that
help
person,
me.
you are never going to leave me. You're never going to let me down. If I get sick, you're going to bring me soup. If you get, like, it's a small thing.
Oh, you're going to wipe my butt.
Because it's sewing. Like, you're sewing into your, like,
the
when you
big
get rid of
things.
those bones, you're sewing into your spouse. Like, something may happen that George don't like about you, but he's like, you know what? She covered me.
So
You're ready, man.
Go ahead.
The shoes on the carpet, man. It's something that irritated me at first, because I'm like, yo, listen, I just worked 12 hours. I'm not really caring if my shoes are on my feet when I come in their door, because I'm like, I'll vacuum. No, you're not. Or laying on the bed, so because sometimes
with clothes.
Yeah, I'll be tired.
Now, George.
Laying on the
I
bed
got him,
with
Heaven
street
George,
clothes
I'm with you.
is not okay.
I'm
Now,
with you.
George.
You don't
Bro,
lay on
I'm
the bed.
tired.
Bro,
I
love.
just lay down for a second before I go take a
Cause
shower.
No.
Aaron.
Just let me chill
No.
for a second.
Lay on the floor.
for a second.
Lay on the
No.
floor.
I even go over the covers.
Lay on the
Just let
floor.
me chill for a second. I'm with you, George. I'm
Lay
with
on
you,
the
George.
No,
But
listen.
they're not gonna do this.
George not only
I'm with
is
it.
working, he works in a hospital.
Oh my
The
god.
ultimate. Come on, man.
So you need to take your shoes off.
on the sheet.
I need you to take your shoes off and your clothes before it hits the
and
carpet.
the new diseases that's coming out. Then you go.
That's all I ask for. I don't ask for a lot.
First of all, I do work in a hospital,
come on,
but
man,
I do
bro,
take
love.
my clothes off when I get home, and
Then
then I
I
lay across the bed. It don't be good enough. You should jump in the shower. I'm like, listen, I will in a little bit.
I don't push the
shower.
shower as much, but
Huh?
the shoes on the carpet and the street clothes on the bed is a no for me.
It's a street clothes. We ain't been nowhere.
You been
The
outside?
hospital.
You been
No,
outside?
she'll do it on days. We
Even
could have
if-
went to Texas Roadhouse, came back.
It's
Why you
still
laying on
people-
the bed? I'm
Yes,
like,
because people got all types of stuff on their clothes.
This
What's
is true.
what's the wrong
I
with
won't
changing
let
clothes?
Harmony do it. I won't let Aaron do it. I don't even do it. I do it so I stand up. I literally be Aaron be like, what you doing? I don't know. I ain't decided to change my clothes if I want to sit down and lay down yet. So I'm not gonna let these nasty, dirty outside diseases and DNA touch my sheets. So I gotta lay in my bed.
Allow me. Okay.
Hold on, Shayna. I'm sorry. Y'all got this OCD issue.
No.
But listen.
right.
Come on
All we
now.
trying to do is get some type of relaxation
Sit in the
before
car.
we get in the
Sit
shower.
in the car.
We are going to get in the shower. Hold on,
Take
wait a
off your
second.
clothes then.
No.
Take off your clothes then.
He said he took off his clothes.
And I laid across the bed.
All he
it don't
doing
be
is
good
laying
enough.
across
And she
the
said- he
bed
said
for a
that she did-
second.
You know what I'm saying?
All he trying to do is relax, and I completely agree.
Right.
When you come home, you just want to chill and relax for a second, and we want to be around y'all.
Yeah.
So since we want to be around y'all, if y'all in the bed, we want to just chill in the bed for a second. Y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want. Then y'all don't want to be around us.
Clothes off.
What's for better or worse?
What's
Do
that?
y'all want to be around us or do y'all not?
You're not gonna make the whole family sit
Heck
and
no.
tell me for
It
better
ain't
for
about
worse.
sick.
Yeah, it
Like he
really
took
not.
the clothes off.
Clothes off.
I
It was
don't
some
get
germ
on
left
our
on
bed
his- it was some
with
germ
my
left on
clothes
his
on.
neck.
Aaron, one time you got up
She
there
go
with-
to kiss
with
it,
your
and then
shoes
she
on.
got
You about
rolled
got
on
me
the
that day.
lips.
You remember
I ain't
that
got
time?
I
time.
don't.
You did. You
'Cause
put your
for the most
shoes
part,
up
I
there.
don't.
I said,
For the most part, I'll take my clothes off and get on the bed and
you
chill
will,
for a
and
little bit.
that's a good. That
And
is a
so-
compromise. You don't got to take a whole shower,
Right.
As long as the clothes are off. But you remember that one time I let you have
I
it.
sure do.
But
I
I
was
said-
tired as a
But
mug.
them, I did not want them shoes on the bed.
I was tired as a mug.
Thinking about that.
You know what I'm saying?
You really not thinking about that.
Listen, okay,
Like,
yes,
bro.
Josh, you do change your clothes. And I don't push the shower thing like you just exaggerated, just by the way. However, but if we did go out to eat or go grocery shopping, I do expect you to change out those clothes because it's still we're out. Like,
I'm kind of
I have
the
OCD, I'll
scientist,
say it.
and basically in your bed, it festers germs. Okay, so if somebody coughs, sneeze, anything that you walk through while you're at the grocery store, it's on your clothes, it's on your skin, it's in your hair. When you lay down on your bed, it literally begins to take. You remember that time? I remember one time they called and we was praying for you because you was sick. That's because you lay down in your clothes.
and he had them shoes across the carpet.
She's foolish. Now, listen. Now we got a hospital bill. We got to go out and get you Dayquil, NyQuil, all the quills. And we got to take care of you, nurse you about to help because you didn't want to take your clothes off. That's what it be. Because if you had took them off in time and you had showered off all them dirt, they would have washed down the sink, the and you wouldn't have had that problem.
Here's why I disagree. Because germs are everywhere.
They are.
You talk all you want. Just you going out and walk, you can take those shoes off. Them germs gonna spread.
Yep.
It don't matter.
It's on your socks.
They're on your socks. They're on your shoes. They're on your clothes. Even if you
They are
put
not on your
hold
socks
on.
unless
Even
you took
if
your socks off. I mean, unless you took your feet out and
This-
scraped
They were
across the
covered by
ceiling.
the
No.
shoe.
What was you doing with these socks, Aaron?
Germs are on a microscopic level.
Yeah,
And so
take your
it don't
shoes
matter
off.
what you
And
have.
move
And
up.
guess
Guess
what?
what?
Be on your hair. So
Right.
take your hair off.
You heard me?
Take your eyelashes off.
Hey, listen.
Say
Take your
less.
eyelashes off.
Say less.
Take your braids out. Germs
doing
are
too
gonna be
much.
everywhere. It's not the point.
Aaron, you know
And
what
y'all-
Aaron doing? He said he going to the bathroom stalls and moonwalking, taking his shoes off. He moonwalking his socks on the floor.
Because
The point is, germs are on your skin.
True.
It don't matter.
True. Hold on.
And y'all talking about clothes that on your skin.
Listen.
Y'all bringing in germs
Yep.
when y'all talking about
The
us
outer
coming in with
layer.
clothes.
Yep.
It's the same germs.
It
Y'all
is.
are always bringing in germs.
All we
But
are.
I know you take showers when you come home before you get into bed. Those germs are still in that room.
Wait a minute.
Still.
What we are doing is reducing the risk.
That part. That's
Well,
all.
well,
That's
it
what
is.
we're doing.
If we talking about
Prevention, even the
reducing-
more.
If we're talking about reducing the risk, then what's the difference in doing that and coming back home, coming in and sitting on the couch before you take a shower?
Thank you.
Cause you don't
Hold
sleep on the couch
Hold
at
on.
night.
But
And you
it
don't
don't
put
matter.
your face there.
No. Okay.
Those germs are still
And it counts
permeating.
that your
Okay,
face
okay.
down there.
Those
First of
germs
all-
still permeating.
No.
It don't matter what you do.
It's
You're
still there.
bringing in germs.
Yep.
Okay, first of all, you ain't married to Nay. Nay has a can of Lysol in here somewhere.
Everywhere.
I guarantee it.
Oh, of course.
I guarantee every now and again she sprays down this couch.
She
I can guarantee you.
I can guarantee you.
You ain't never gonna have no
because
butt
of
dust
what you
bunnies.
just said. The couch is made for you to sit down on. Beds and sheets and stuff like that are harder
No.
to get all through there and get the disinfect. You can literally spray across here and you're going to get all of the surface that your body is touching right now.
Here's
when
my
you
point.
get in the bed and you get, especially when you newlyweds and sometimes you get all over the bed. You do all lots. So a lot of germs is in the bed, Aaron.
Here's my
and then
point,
they
Sheena.
sit in there.
Here's my point.
Sitting there.
They
It
sit there
don't
and they fester
matter.
and they grow.
It don't matter.
It does matter.
Germs are going to travel.
We
And
not
we
No
saying
trying
matter
to
where
reduce
you
it.
are.
We just
Reducing
saying
it.
it's different germs. That's all.
It's not
No
different
matter
germs.
what.
It's the same
Germs is
germs.
germs. No, it's
not.
They're just traveling.
No, it's not.
That's not a. That's
First of all, we are
Germs starting.
cosmetologists and
Come
we
on
know
now.
There's
how
staph,
bacteria.
there's
that
staph,
part.
there's a whole
We are
bunch of germs.
cosmetologists
Germs.
Tell
and
them
we
don't play with it.
So
we
tell me
understand how they
tell
move.
me, tell me what germs out of everyday life
Aaron,
comes into your house? Since y'all germ specialists,
because
tell me
it depends on
what
the profession
germs?
you are in. Well, he's in a hospital.
Staphylococci.
She's in an elementary school. They get straps, staph, everything,
That's
coccylitis.
everywhere. It don't matter where you go.
It's
That's
not
the case.
everywhere.
It's only that the
Listen,
kids' immune system
certain
are not.
bacteria, certain
only that-
germs, or certain places.
Fine. The only reason that breakouts happen in daycares and schools is because they're younger children, and those germs, their immune system
We're
isn't
not
as
talking
strong
about
as an
why.
adult.
We're not
So then
talking
why'd you
about
bring it
why.
up?
We're
That's not
talking
true.
about that they are different places.
No, but
and
those
different
germs don't hit
things.
adults like it hits children.
Hold on.
It's a difference.
It's not
It's
about
not
the
because
effect.
a host of maybe we can help. We're gonna reel it back in a little bit because now we're talking about germs and we're not talking about marriage.
I
Okay?
mean, jeez.
What's the difference?
And this,
Because these men want to be
and this
nasty.
can go on for
Because men want a
hours.
man.
This can go on
Men is
for
men.
hours. Okay, Aaron he's a man, and ego, it revs up in him. So you know what I'm saying, we gotta.
And I
reel it
got
back
a little,
in
my
little bit.
testosterone a
And
little
then
high.
Risha, she's not a man, but she has a little bit of ego in her. So they gonna keep going until
Listen.
I don't know when. It get till tomorrow.
It's a valid debate. It's a valid debate.
It's because y'all want to be
because
grown.
hold on, wait. You know what?
Just
hold on,
say
Tay.
that.
Hold on, Tay.
You're nasty. You're
Let's
piggish.
bring this into marriage
I'm
because this
sorry.
is what we were talking about. Because we're talking about germs and stuff like that, bringing it into the actual bedroom. So this is how it connects to actual marriage. Because you have that issue as well. If me or Harmony comes in and we wear our clothes on the bed because you have an issue with germs. So this is how it actually ties in. Because y'all viewpoint is that anytime you bring any type of clothes into the room, always contaminated.
Right?
Always contaminated. Now we gotta put hazmat suits on.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got these
Y'all
issues.
so you so
and
dramatic.
that's the issue.
We gotta
That's,
live in a
that
bubble.
was the stretches.
George,
that was the most.
tell me that ain't hot.
That example you
We
just
have
gave
to
is
put
how you
on
look when you said it looked like aliens. That's how dumb that sounded. How
But
you
that's
look.
how y'all make it.
But that's that- yeah,
because
that's
y'all
how it
feel like we
sounds.
gotta put on hazmat suits before we get in the shower.
Yep.
And then once we shower up, we
Yeah.
can go in and then we can be good.
You that
Those
much of a
same
germ
daggone germs that was there at the foot of that doorstep is the same
They ain't
ones
as
that's gonna
strong.
be
I
tracked
guarantee you
in.
that they ain't got the same type of strength.
It's the same ones that's gonna be tracked in when we walk in barefoot.
They ain't gonna have the
Go.
same type of strength. If you keep your house disinfected, if you
Hold
keep
on, wait a
the
minute, wait a
way,
minute. If you stepped on stuff and you have socks and shoes on whatever, and you take off those shoes, how exactly are they being tracked in?
if you
Are
throw 'em in
are
the
they
dirty
stuck to the
clothes.
bottom of your foot?
Here's the yes.
How?
If you walk in
No,
and you tracked in germs,
No.
you take your shoes off, you
Yep.
take your socks off,
Look
and
at
then
George.
you get on the floor. Those same germs are going on your feet.
Yep.
Now you can talk to you blue in the face.
Wait a minute.
Then once you get around to get in the room,
Not blue in
to
the
get
face.
to get the bath cloth,
Okay.
to get the towel,
See.
those things are still
You
tracked
walking
into
around
your
barefooted
room.
though.
This is
And those
how.
things are going to be there.
That's ghetto
This
right
is how-
there.
We get lost in the sauce. That's why you got to. Oftentimes, if you ever come to a game night in West, you got to yell. So you can't be soft spoken because it get rowdy in here. As you can see, they let their hair down a lot in
For
here.
real.
I mean, they let their hair down a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the same way I always been.
Nah,
Y'all
boy,
know I'm like this
You was
behind the
hugging that
scenes
mic
too.
so bad, too. Like,
Hey, look, talk all you
oh,
want.
let my girl get the mic.
Y'all know I'm like this behind the cameras, period. So it don't matter. I'm just doing it in front of the cameras now because y'all
was over
coerced
there
me
with Sheena.
into coming in front of the camera.
Jesus, we did.
So since
It's
I'm
funny
here,
to me, boy.
it's the same way I'm like
still,
behind the camera.
I'ma still
I'm
crack
just
the
saying.
joke. I'ma crack the joke. I don't care. I'ma crack a joke. I kept seeing that. I was like, Lord bless her. Oh, she just trying to talk. She just trying to talk. She go, hey, let me get a little bit of your bite.
He kept snatching it. He kept snatching it.
I was like, Tay over there looking like Tina Turner. I'm sorry. We always call him Ike and Joe Jackson.
And he would hit the hold on Tay as he's taking the mic.
My God, my God.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta
Oh
laugh.
my gosh.
She said, "Let me get a little bit of that mic."
So
What it look like?
I got a question, you guys.
Oh god.
Oh, go
For
ahead.
everybody up here individually, would you do it again?
With the same person?
Start with you, Risha.
Chad, my answer is short and quick.
And why?
No, and because why would I? That's the answer.
Answering the question with a question.
Right. No, and why would I do it again? Nah, but no. Nah, absolutely. I mean,
Not with that person, but you,
not with that person. I would never marry again to that person. But for the experience, it was growing. Like I grew a lot. Like matured a lot for the most part, and it kick started off my journey of getting to know me. That year that we separated really broke a lot in me to realize I had to start this journey to actually walk with the Lord and really build myself and build my relationship, because that was the year he left, was the year my mom died. So it was a lot of transitions, and my whole career had changed. So yeah, it was a lot of transitions. So I would do it again for that reason of I was ready to be going through that process. But for the person, no. Mm-mm. But yeah, next.
Nay.
I would say yes, because it was worth it. So yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Because, ride or die, prayer partner, joke, laugh partner. So I would definitely do it again.
Oh, she gonna pray for you now.
You right about
Go
that?
pray.
3 times a day.
Oh yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yes.
My girl, man. Listen.
I would definitely say yeah, because first year you have your thoughts, and I wouldn't have stopped after the first year either. But even now, being about to be 10 years, I'm like, okay, I see how far we got from that first year and how far we grown. So I'm like, yes, I would absolutely do it again, because like that first year, honestly, that first year wasn't even our worst year, but that's another story. But that first year, it was tough, but because we were learning ourselves. But at the end of the day, we got here, and I would not change it for nothing.
I'm going to absolutely say, yes, I would do it again. Even though life can be challenging, it's awesome to have somebody to be challenging with. You don't have to take the brunt of the load of life, even though they get on your nerves and they snatch mics. But I would absolutely do it again. But God forbid, if anything was to happen, I would never do it again with someone else. This would be it. I wouldn't want to do this again.
No, I wouldn't want to do it again with that person. But yes, I'm excited to do it again on a new journey.
Dang, if they watching this, they're like, dang, they ain't got no shot, huh?
No, but we're good.
At least not in this dimension of life.
But
Maybe
you gotta
in the
have
upside down.
friends. No, I mean, no.
It's all right.
Yeah, but no, I would want to do it again with someone I'm compatible with.
Amen.
I have loved this conversation. This has been a fun,
Great one, man.
hilarious,
This is like family.
enlightening, amazing conversation. So please like and subscribe to our channel and tune back in for another episode of Maybe We Can Help. I am Tasia Royale,
I'm Sheena.
I'm Risha, and our special guest,
Renee, George, and y'all know Aaron.
Aaron.
Y'all have a great one and watch another episode. Bye.
Bye.